Rome, January 897. A man was about to go on trial. The problem was, he had been dead for 9 months. This is the Cadaver Synod, the strangest trial in history. To understand why, we need to go back. Pope Formosus had spent decades as one of the Church's most capable diplomats. He converted Bulgaria. He negotiated with kings. He was, by most accounts, competent. But competence in the 9th century Church was not always enough. Between 872 and 965, the Church went through 24 popes, sometimes more than one per year. Rome was run by rival noble families who installed and removed popes like furniture. In 875, Pope John VIII accused Formosus of conspiracy and trying to seize the papacy. Formosus was excommunicated. He fled Rome. A few years later, John VIII died, and Formosus quietly returned. He resumed his position. Eventually, in 891, he was elected pope. But becoming pope in 9th century Rome meant inheriting its wars. 2 men wanted to be Holy Roman Emperor: Lambert of Spoleto, who already had the crown, and Arnulf of Carinthia, a Frankish king. Formosus, trying to play both sides, crowned Lambert in 892. Then, nervous about Lambert's growing power, secretly invited Arnulf to invade Italy. Arnulf crossed the Alps, and Formosus crowned him emperor instead. Then both Arnulf and Formosus died within months of each other. In 896, Lambert returned to Rome, and with him came a new pope, Stephen VI. Stephen had a problem with Formosus, a personal one. Formosus had ordained Stephen as bishop, an ordination Stephen now considered invalid. If Formosus's papacy was illegitimate, Stephen's own position was threatened. So Stephen made a decision. He ordered the corpse of Pope Formosus dug up. The body, 9 months dead, was dressed in full papal vestments and carried into the Basilica of St. John Lateran. It was propped on the throne. A deacon was appointed to speak on its behalf. Stephen himself led the prosecution. He screamed at the corpse, "When you were Bishop of Porto, why did you usurp the universal Roman see?" The corpse did not answer. The deacon spoke for it. Badly. Stephen had already decided the verdict. Pope Formosus was found guilty. Stephen ordered the 3 fingers of his right hand cut off, the blessing fingers. His papal vestments were stripped. He was redressed in layman's clothes. All of Formosus's ordinations were declared void. Every bishop and priest he had ever ordained, invalid. The body was dragged through the streets of Rome and thrown into the Tiber River. Then something strange happened. The body washed up on the banks, and rumors spread that it was performing miracles. Rome turned against Stephen. He was seized, stripped of his papal robes, and thrown in prison. In July 897, Stephen was strangled in his cell. The next pope, Theodore II, convened a new synod within months. The Cadaver Synod was declared null. Formosus was rehabilitated. His body was retrieved from the Tiber, dressed again in papal vestments, and reburied at St. Peter's Basilica with full honors. A new law was passed. No corpse may ever be put on trial again. The Cadaver Synod lasted a few hours. In that time, it invalidated hundreds of ordinations, sparked a revolt, and got its author strangled in prison. Pope Formosus had been dead for 9 months when he was put on trial. He was found guilty, then innocent, then forgotten, then remembered as the strangest trial in history.